Plaintiff Enid Essex is suing her sister and niece for pain and suffering due to an assault. Enid says the defendants attacked her after a court hearing about the guardianship of her deceased sister's children didn't go their way. Defendants Hopi Johnson and Levine Grimes are countersuing for pain and suffering. They claim Enid grabbed Levine by the shoulder and started the fight, so Hopi jumped in to defend her daughter.
Enid Essex is suing Hopi Johnson and Levine Grimes, her sister and her niece, for pain and suffering due to an assault and the value of a pair of glasses. And the defendants are countersuing the plaintiff for pain and suffering due to an assault as well as defamation of character. Enid, tell us why you're here today.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
I'm here because my supposedly sister, Hopi Johnson, and her daughter, Levine, attacked me in a courtroom.
Honor, she's lying. We did not attack her in the courtroom. She's lying.
Okay, I get it. That's why you're both on different sides of the podium. So, go ahead. Tell me the circumstances. Where are you guys when this happens?
We were in the courthouse back at home in Detroit. We were there for a guardianship hearing for my niece. My youngest sister passed away September 28th.
I'm very sorry. How old was your sister?
She was 39 years old. She left 8 kids. She died congestive heart failure.
The day after my sister's funeral, we had a meeting at my house. I was there. Hopi was there. My oldest sister, who lives in Columbus, she was there. My brother and his wife was there, and my daughter. Okay. We all had agreed that, and my sister-in-law, my brother, decided they would file for guardianship of the 3 kids. There was 2, that's adults. The 3 youngest one all went to their dad, and then there was 3 in the middle. The 3 middle kids are the ones that they were going to get guardianship of. We all was in agreement, including Hopi.
How old is your niece?
20. And her siblings are 15, 13, and 11.
And she wanted to take care of the kids?
She wanted to get the guardianship of the kids. Well, we were going to let her do it on a trial basis, but during the time that my sister passed, I observed her. She has a kid of her own. She would walk off and leave the kid. Her sisters didn't know where she was.
All right, so what we have is an adult sister who dies, leaving 8 kids.
8 kids, right.
And there are 3 in the middle that we're worried about, and the older sibling wants to take care of the 3 in the middle.
Right.
And both Enid and Hopi, sisters of the deceased as well, are fighting for the 3. Who are you guys looking? Who's looking to be guardian of the 3?
Neither one of us.
So why are we here today?
Because they attacked me in court.
We did not.
Why are you guys in court?
I was contesting their sister getting guardianship, the 20-year-old, because I knew she wasn't able.
So in other words, you're going to court to say the 20-year-old shouldn't be the custodian or the guardian of the siblings.
Exactly.
But you don't have any option.
What I was arguing is that my niece not be the guardian.
Right.
When my sister-in-law was with me, and she was going to be the guardian, was going to apply for guardianship.
The kids in question since November of 2008 has been in my home. I have all 3 of them.
I have not asked her. The 3 kids in question are in her house?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I have not asked anyone for a dime. I have not asked them for anything.
Okay, so you guys are in court. Let's focus in on the day in question.
Okay.
You're in court. The judge is going to determine the guardianship. You're both there to object to the guardianship, and it sounds like a good thing.
Right.
All right, so you're both being very mature and very protective. This is good.
Right.
How does it get bad?
I come out, we're walking out, her and her daughter is up against the wall because they came out the courtroom before we did.
What happens in the courtroom?
Nothing. The judge did not decide who got them. That's why I have all 3 of them.
The judge denied.
And she did not
denied my niece guardianship.
Yes, that's what I just said.
No, you said the judge didn't decide anything.
She did. I'm sorry. She did decide to deny her guardianship. I know she's not capable of doing it. But all I was trying to do was...
you were there to support her.
I know, but I'm just saying, I know she's not capable of doing it, Your Honor. All I wanted was for all of us to get together and help her to show her the right way. Everybody was
Why help her? She's not capable of having custody.
I'm not saying to give her custody. Let her still be with her brothers and sisters. We offered to help them get a house and stuff so they all could be together. I did. I don't know what they offered.
How are you going to get them a house? What are you going to do? Buy them a new house?
Yeah, if that's what it took to keep her sisters and siblings together.
All right, Enid, what happens? You come out of the courtroom. The judge says to the older sibling, you don't get guardianship. You're a kid yourself.
My daughter is from Columbus. She was in the same court. She came down to where we were. After the judge finished with us and the case was over, I look out the little glass door. She's standing in the hall. I walk out the door. My back is to
All
the
right,
door.
let's
She was in the
stand up here.
courtroom, Your
Well,
Honor.
you know what? This is the issue. I really want to hear it from both sides.
Okay.
I hope you will get your side. What do you see? What is your name?
My name is Eureka Hawk.
Okay, and you are Enid's daughter?
Yes.
Okay.
I sat down next to my aunt's husband and her daughter, Lavine. You know, it was things being said in there that was not true inside the courtroom. I was getting upset, so I got up and I walked out of the courtroom.
Things being said like what?
My cousin Tahari was saying that nobody helped them, nobody came and checked on them. Every time I came into town, my first stop was at their house to check on them. My mom would go over there every other day. My mom would take them food. She never took food to them.
Yeah, but wait a minute. The kids are living with
Right,
her.
but that's only because
So how
my
could you
auntie
say
is
she never
deceased.
took food to them?
She didn't.
Are 3 kids living with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Who feeds them?
I do.
She's feeding them now, but beforehand, she didn't. After my aunt died, she didn't go over there to check on them.
I see what
she
you're
never,
saying.
When they needed
After
food,
your
she
aunt
didn't
died
take
and
food.
before
Exactly.
she took them in.
Exactly.
Right, because my niece, she doesn't have an income at all. And during that time, they were being evicted out of their home on the 1st of December.
So who's feeding these kids?
My mom was taking food over there.
Before she took them, I was.
That's not true.
Excuse me.
That's a lie.
Before this, my sister had got food stamps. My niece was using those food stamps before.
The food stamps got cut off, Your Honor.
They didn't get turned off until after the end of October. My niece fed her own brothers and sisters. Okay, and then I end up with the kids.
So why are we here today?
I'm standing up against the wall. After the judge made her decision or whatever, my mom walked out of the courtroom and her back is to the door and she's talking to me. As me and my mom is talking, she walks out the court, my aunt walk out the courtroom and she's like, what you want to do? I'm right here. We can do it right now. I said, Ma, we're in the courthouse. My cousin walks out right behind her mom and she put her finger in my mom's face and she said, the female dog, if you know what I'm talking about, you're dead in my book. And my mom grabbed her by the collar.
I did. I grabbed her in the collar. I'm like, what did you say? The next thing I remember, they were beating me like I don't know what.
Lavine
I ended up on the floor.
That's swung on her.
I ended up on the floor. When I looked up, even before I hit the floor, they had me against the wall, and I could just feel them just beat me in my head, just beat me in my head. Then my hair. That's a lie. And I have pictures. I have pictures of where they pulled my hair out. And then I have a picture also. This is scratches and what they did to my eye. They broke my glasses. I cannot see anything without my glasses.
Lie like that.
What do you think would have happened if your daughter weren't there to defend
They probably
you?
would have, well, because it was in the courthouse, after I fell on the floor and I got up, I looked up, about 15 county sheriffs was coming towards us.
It was only 8.
If we had not been in the courthouse,
only 8.
they probably would have hurt me even worse.
Is this where the hair is missing?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have medical records? Did you go to the doctor?
I didn't go to the doctor, but I have receipts where I'm paying for treatments, and I didn't bring them with me. I have receipts where I'm paying for treatment at my hairdresser.
All right, Lavine,
for
what
my hair.
happened?
Okay, as we were leaving out, they were already outside in the hall against the wall next to a security guard, posted up on the wall. My mom came out. I was right behind her, my stepdad and my cousin Tahari. As she was walking past, my auntie just started going off on her, telling her, you dead in my book, bleep.
Oh, she is lying.
Go ahead.
And my mom said, well, that's how you feel, you dead in my book, bleep. And I heard this, and I said, if that's how you feel, auntie, you dead in my book, bleep.
She's lying.
And as I walked past,
Is that true, Hopi?
Yes, ma'am.
as I walked past,
Yes, it
he
is.
grabbed me by my shoulder and spun me around. I had a scratch on my neck.
We have pictures and stuff to show
She
you.
spun me around by my neck.
And I have
my
a witness
necklace.
statement too.
Is there a police report? This happened in a courthouse.
We all had to make statements because we all was retained and handcuffed.
All of us.
Oh, so you're all taken out in
Yes,
cuffs?
yes,
All of us.
yes.
That's your hand?
Yes. And
Oh, okay. So is it your left hand?
my right hand. You can see it is right here.
Yeah, I
the
see a
scars,
discoloration
And I
there.
still have the scars right here on my face right now.
Were you bleeding?
Yes, it was all down my
Yeah,
hand.
she was.
And I
Let
had
me
a
see
scratch
that.
on my neck.
Is that a scar on your hand?
Yes.
Did you go to the hospital for that?
No.
You know what? I've heard enough. This is a case where both of the litigants are arguing that the other assaulted them. And clearly, they both suffered real injury. This, as far as I'm concerned, is an issue that arose over a dead sister's children and who would care for them. I have a feeling that both of you are good women and good mothers. You guys are inevitably tied with these 3 children. And you know what? Whether it's Christmas or whatever holidays you celebrate, they're coming around. They're coming around. You guys will do nothing but destroy the legacy of your sister by fighting and causing these poor children, who are not stupid, I'm sure, to realize the pain that's going on around them by their aunts. Do you have any idea of the tension they're feeling every time you guys go at it? I truly believe that you are the pillars in their lives. And so what you've got here is, as far as I'm concerned, mutual combat. I don't care who threw the first punch. You guys are better than this. You are better than this. It doesn't matter if I award you money. This isn't about money. What I want to do for you is this. I'm not going to award either one of you for money or defamation or any of that. This is about family. What I'm going to do is I'm going to offer you intervention. All right? And what I'm going to offer you is an intervention so that you can at least be in the same room and not cause any further stress to these children. Don't shake your head, Enid. That is not a good sign. Okay. That is not a good sign. How can you be any kind of a role model to these children with your sister looking down on you from heaven when you are shaking your head when I'm offering the two of you to get together so that you can at least give some peace and tranquility to these kids? Why would you shake your head in my courtroom?
Only because I know Hopi. Hopi has not liked me since we was this high.
Okay, let's I'm serious. Look at this woman is weeping. All right,
that's false. Okay. I'm sorry, Judge, but that's false. You can ask anybody in our family about her. She has never liked me.
Let's say she is the most aggressive woman to hit the streets in your town. Bottom line, you got the same nieces and nephews.
Oh, of course. And I love every one of them. I have
It's not about whether you love them.
Every one of them.
It's about whether you love her enough to be able to create a peaceful scenario and a peaceful setting for these kids.
I'm all for it. I am.
You just said you couldn't do it.
I know. I'm true. For these kids, I would do anything. I only had their best interest at heart. Even when their mother was alive.
I'm going to offer you intervention. You going to take it, Enid?
Yes. Yes. Most definitely.
And why are you going to take it?
Because to see if I can work things out with her.
This is a very, very sad case. Is there any way that the two of you, let me ask you, Levine, and let me ask you.
Okay.
Can you guys facilitate this? I'm afraid to ask them whether they should or whether they are capable of at least shaking each other's hands in an effort to try to go into some kind of.
I'm woman enough to do that.
Me and my cousin never had problems until the court. Never.
It's up to you.
No, that's my big cousin.
I know. And you've got no one at the end of the day other than family.
I mean, and I watched.
All right, Enid, come on, Hopi.
All right. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't never do that, please.